This is my magazine evaluation. Question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? The magazine I have created is chaos. As I have previously said in my media pitch, my magazine will have an alternative rock theme. I think the way I've designed and created my magazine has achieved my goal in making an alternative rock magazine. The layout has helped a lot to create an alternative rock theme. In some ways I have pastiched my magazine pages to Kerrang, but on the other hand I have designed my magazine pages in a unique way which makes my magazine stand out from any other alternative rock magazine. All of the typical features included in a magazine should be included in my magazine, such as masthead, main image, article, contents page, banner, headlines, etc. The generic conventions needed to create an alternative rock magazine that needs to be included are alternative rock bands on my front cover, gigs, and also either a free gift or competition. My masthead needs to be big, bold and clear to see. The main image needs to be associated with someone who enjoys alternative rock music or in fact an ideal self or partner for someone who likes alternative rock music. I need to have a house style which is kept consistent throughout my magazine so that my magazine looks professional. The font I need to use in my magazine should be a sans serif font. This is because my magazine is aimed at a young audience, therefore my magazine should be informal. Using a sans serif font makes my magazine seem more informal and casual, which is essential to target the young audience. I think after designing my magazine I have pastiched all of the important generic conventions needed to create an alternative rock magazine and included them in mine. Also, all the features that should be included in a magazine have been included. Front cover. The front cover of my magazine follows some features that Kerrang has. On my magazine, the positioning of my main image is different to Kerrang's. This is because my magazine is a first issue, therefore placing the main image away from the masthead will make the actual masthead stand out. This is so when readers are looking at the shelf through a magazine, they will be able to see my magazine clearly and what my magazine is called. However, if you look at a typical Kerrang magazine, the main image is normally placed on the top of the masthead. This is because Kerrang has been around for many years, they have a committed reader base, and the masthead is easily identified without seeing all of it. The masthead I have designed is completely different to Kerrang's. I have designed my masthead with the help of following a similar design to the Muse band logo. I used a similar design to Muse's logo because of the fact Muse is an alternative rock band. I'm also trying to keep an alternative rock feeling and my masthead helps a lot. Kerrang's masthead is completely different to my masthead. Kerrang uses a smashed glass effect on their masthead. Also, their masthead is stretched across the top of their magazine. My masthead has no effects on it and is placed in the top right corner of the page. With my masthead, it gives readers a main focal point to look at. My magazine will be identified easily as my masthead stands out from the magazine, with the house style I have used. The main image is a direct gaze. This will help catch the reader's attention as the main image is basically looking into their eyes. It can be used as a persuasive technique as again the image is given a direct gaze. It can tell the readers to read the magazine. The main image can support the theory of ideal self or partner, Rogers. The person is young, attractive and fits into the category of being a typical rock music lover. The positioning of my main cell line is similar to the cell lines used on Kerrang. Both sets of cell lines are placed in the middle of the magazine and placed below the face of the main image. This indicates to the readers that the cell line is related to the main image. This is known as anchorage, a theory by Ronald Bates, 1979. Anchorage is when two objects are anchored together to create one big thing. In my case, the main image and my cell line are anchored together to tell the readers that these two features are linked and should be seen as one whole feature. The only difference is the colours I've used. I have stuck to my house style I chose when I began to make my magazine, whilst Kerrang, on the other hand, has stuck to their own house style. Another difference is the different fonts used. I am using 3 different fonts throughout my magazine pages to keep the magazine consistent. Kerrang uses their own font to be used on their magazine. The smaller cell lines in my magazine and Kerrang is different as well. Most of the cell lines on Kerrang have pictures to identify what each band or event looks like. It gives an indication to the reader in what the article may consist of. My magazine, on the other hand, doesn't follow that technique. Instead, I have gone for a more simple approach and haven't placed pictures on every cell line, except for the poster special. This is so my front cover doesn't look confusing and too full. It makes my magazine simple, but also makes it stand out. It helps with the navigation as well. The readers won't get confused in what to look at first because most of my cell lines are together and the poster special is placed somewhere else. Personally, when people look at my magazine, I think they may look at the poster special first because of the images and the big white text box. If you look at the banner located on the bottom of my magazine, I have followed the same design as Kerrang, but I have tweaked it to give the magazine a more original feel. For instance, the word plus I have placed in a separate text box from the actual banner itself and changed the font and colour of the text box to make it stand out from a distance. The actual banner itself is in a smaller text box. The writing is smaller and in a different colour. Now if you look at Kerrang, the design is fairly similar, although the colour ranges and fonts have been altered on their magazine. Overall, the preferred reading, whole 1980, for my front cover is that it's wanting the readers to be drawn in with the fresh design and a new and unique look to alternative rock. Contents page. Moving on to my contents page. Again, I have followed the same layout to Kerrang on some of their issues. I followed Kerrang's layout because I saw the layout was simple but effective. I also want to keep my magazine as a rock magazine, so following the same layout as Kerrang will help me achieve my goal and make an alternative rock magazine. For example, my main image I have used on my contents page is placed at the top of the page. This is because I am wanting to show the readers that the image is the most important article to read. Placing a text box on the image with the article name and page number again shows how important the article is. I have done this because it makes it easier for the readers to flick onto the page without having to scan through the whole contents page to find the article. Kerrang on some of their issues have done the same. This again shows the readers how important the article is. The house style I used on the front cover is used throughout the contents page to show consistency and also give chaos a sense of identity. Most of the band members in the main image are given a direct look. Again, this helps persuade readers to read that particular article. Giving them instruments as well gives them a more rock look. The clothing is pretty dark as well, which gives them a rock identity, as most people categorise people who like rock music to wear pretty dark clothing. On the other hand, the lead singer of the band is wearing a light t-shirt. This is because I want the readers to think that she is the most important member, and making her stand out from the rest of the members will make this more effective. The main image helps support the idea of imaginary entity, ING 1991. The editor's column I have wrote is placed on the left side of the page. This is because it makes the whole contents page tidier, and placing it away from the page numbers will not confuse the reader. I placed a picture of myself above the editor's column to show the readers that myself has edited the whole magazine. Kerrang has also done this. In my contents page, I have used 3 different fonts. All 3 fonts are sans serif fonts. This is because sans serif font is associated with informality. My target audience is people between the ages of 15 and 24. Therefore, making my magazine look informal and casual will help draw the audience in. I have used 2 of the fonts on my front cover as well, as this shows consistency throughout my magazine. The fonts I have used are bold and they are rarely used in any other magazines. This gives my magazine a sense of identity and also makes it stand out from any other rock magazine. Kerrang uses their own font. This helps them give a sense of identity as well because other magazines don't use the same font as they do. Each of the headings on my contents page stand out more than the actual text. This helps the readers find which article they want to read. I have used the same house style I have been using throughout my magazine to keep the magazine consistent. The headings help give the reader some navigation around the contents page. They will be able to find each article easier as each article is placed under a category. Kerrang has done the same as well. Again, this helps the readers find the article they want to read. With the help of Kerrang's layout, I think my contents page has consistency. It stands out and overall is suitable for rock lovers. Double page spread. I think my double page spread is very different to any typical double page spread in rock magazines. This is because for my double page spread I have used a collage effect to show the readers what the band I have chosen gets up to on a typical band practice. I think this is effective because it also shows each of the members close up and in the middle of practicing. Compared to a typical Kerrang double page spread, mine is very different. For example, if you look at this particular double page spread that Kerrang have wrote and designed, they seem to follow a very simple design, which is picture on the left and article on the right. I think with the layout I have chosen, it helps make my article stand out from any other article on the shelves. The range of pictures I have used are all different. For example, the image in the top left corner is given a direct look. On the other hand, the readers may not know this because she is wearing sunglasses, but wearing sunglasses could give the image a sense of mystery behind it. Readers may want to know if she is looking at them or looking away. I have placed a picture of the lead singer from the chosen band underneath the title, as it helps link the main image from the front cover and the image I am using for the double page spread. This is called anchoring. It helps remind the readers that the lead singer is the most important member of the band. It also reminds them that she is also the main image on the front cover as well. The image of 3 of the band members is placed on the top right corner of the article, and they are all given direct looks. The look is used because it helps drawing the reader's attention. The direct look image is used commonly on all music magazines, especially Kerrang. Each article of Kerrang has a direct look image, which again draws the attention of the readers. The image on the bottom left corner is a medium long shot image. It is also an action shot too. I have included an action shot because these are rarely used in magazines except when the bands are playing live. This again helps my magazine stand out from any other magazine and helps give the magazine an identity for itself. The column I have written has all the same features used in any other article. For example, drop capitals are normally used when writing an article. I have done this to show the readers that this is the start of the article. Also, I have written my article in a sans serif font. This is because my aim is to make a magazine for a young audience. Helps my article look informal instead of using a serif font. Sans serif fonts are used commonly in different ranges of magazines, again to make the magazine seem informal, and also to draw in a younger audience. The kerning and leaning of the article is kept the same throughout. This helps my magazine keep consistency. Also, changing the kerning and leaning in different paragraphs may confuse the reader. It could also make my page as a whole look messy and unprofessional. The introductory paragraph, which is placed at the top of the article, is in bold. This tells the readers to read the paragraph first, as it may give a few hints of what the whole article may consist of. This is used commonly in every Kerrang article. The small print is located at the bottom of the article to tell the readers who has taken the photos and who has wrote the article. This is used in all of the magazines so that no one can copy the images and article and claim them as their own. I wrote in the small print to make my magazine look professional as possible. The pull quotes I have used have been selected from the article. This is because it gives the readers a hint of what the article may be about. With the help of pull quotes, the readers will be drawn into reading the article because the pull quotes create enigma. Ronald Bates. Enigma creates suspense and mystery, which will help draw in the audiences, as they will want to know what the whole article is all about and how the pull quotes fit into it. Pull quotes are used in nearly every magazine article. Kerrang are very fond of this idea, and pull quotes are placed in every article. The quotes on my double page spread are black and white. This is because my images are quite dark, therefore it helps the quotes stand out. Also, black and white are 2 colours that are part of my chosen house style, therefore using these colours keeps consistency throughout the pages. The headline is placed on the top left corner of the double page spread. I have kept using the chosen house style as it keeps the whole magazine consistent. I have used the idea of the headline from Kerrang magazine. This is because it helps the readers know what page they are on and what the article is about. Also, the headline could help readers who are in fact have difficulty in reading the small page numbers With the headline being big and contrasting, it helps those readers find what page they want to read easily. Overall, I think that my double page spread is different from any other article. This gives my magazine as a whole a unique look to a typical rock magazine.